a number of different ways that you can collect feedback from the students on your module. Surveys can be a good way of collecting the thoughts of many students in an easy-to-manage way. They provide you with both quantitative and qualitative data to work with. You can use online survey tools like SurveyMonkey or Google Docs, or if you're more inclined, you can go with the paper version. But make sure to leave yourself with plenty of time to analyze the results, particularly if you're part of a large module. Alternatively, you can use Mentimeter, a program for innovative learning and teaching. It doesn't just collect feedback from the students on your course, it spurs discussion about the quality of their teaching. Another way of gathering feedback from students can be at the end of a lecture. It's a great way for students to be able to identify you as their course rep. How you use your time is up to you. You can ask questions or have an open-ended discussion, but make sure that the students feel comfortable speaking with you. Also, make sure to arrange this time with your module coordinator beforehand. Alternatively, if you're part of a smaller course, it might be easier to collect feedback following a seminar. There are fewer students, which might encourage a more open dialogue. But make sure that you speak to all seminar groups and not just your own. Again, make sure you ask the module coordinator before doing so. Another way of gathering feedback is through the use of social media, like Facebook or Twitter. Some module coordinators set up Facebook groups to collect feedback. This can also be a way of you feeding back information to your students following any changes that have come from their feedback. There is a small word of warning. Not all students use social media, so make sure that you're pairing social media with another form of communication to reach out to those students. There are also other methods of speaking to students and gathering feedback. One very obvious way is in person. Talk to the students on your module. Have them know who you are, but also listen to them, hear what they're saying. You can send an email, though obviously many students find university emails to be frustrating and annoying. Another way that you might gather feedback is through using Canvas. There's a separate page in training that discusses all the different ways you can use Canvas to collect feedback. Make sure that you leave enough time. While collecting feedback from students may sound simple, it's important not to leave it to the last minute. Every student is entitled to their own opinion, and so it'll take you time to note down the various different concerns from other students. You should try to collect your first round of feedback from students within the first 3 to 4 weeks of semester. And don't aim for perfection. While it's important to ensure you do everything you can to let as many students as possible provide feedback on the course, you do have to remember that some students just won't want to feedback. As reps, we need to respect their decision and focus our efforts on collecting the thoughts of as many others as possible. In conclusion, there are a number of different approaches you can take to collecting feedback. Some will be better than others depending on the module and the students that you represent. There's nothing to stop you from using 2, 3, or even all of them. In fact, we encourage that. Just make sure that they allow you to collect feedback from all students, rather just some students.